Hey everyone! So welcome back to my journey to my first keynote post Our Voice Academy. So something you may not know about Our Voice Academy is they actually filmed us giving the second draft of something. So I chose to present essentially like the first 5 minutes of my keynote at Our Voice Academy. So that's on film. But here's the thing, I haven't watched those minutes until right now. So a la something reacts. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to watch my little intro and you're going to watch me watching it kind of thing. So I like I said, I have not watched this since the Academy, so I have no idea what we're honestly about to see. I'm going to imagine it's good. In my head, I remember it being really good, and I remember like walking off stage and being like, yeah, that felt good, that felt honest, that felt right. But we'll see when I watch it back. So now first thing, this thumbnail, my face in this thumbnail, oh man. My hair looks good though, my outfit looks good, but my face in the thumbnail, oh man. But it's fine. It's just a thumbnail. Those don't really matter, right? Okay, here we go. We're going to click. And then hopefully I don't get the sound on this too wrong. Ooh, main rad. Look at how cute this little intro. I didn't expect that.
As a former high school English teacher, I think about the world a lot of times in terms of metaphors and similes. And a metaphor that I'm exploring a lot right now in my life is the idea of your identity as a kaleidoscope. It's made up of billions of little pieces that come together to make that picture of who you are. And I'm thinking a lot about my picture right now. So, if you'll indulge me, please close your eyes and think about your identity, your kaleidoscope. If you could continue to indulge me with your eyes closed, raise your hand if your kaleidoscope, your identity, is fully formed. No missing pieces. Go ahead and put your hands down. And still with your eyes closed, raise your hand for me if there's some missing pieces in your kaleidoscope. Your identity isn't fully there. Go ahead and put your hands down and open your eyes. So as you can see, my hand is up. My kaleidoscope is missing pieces, or some pieces are overlapping in weird ways. And recently, this was shown to me when my friends came from out of state for a visit. We went and got some tacos like you do. And at this restaurant, we walk up to the counter and they're looking at the menu. And all of a sudden it's, what's horchata? What is tacos del carbon? What is el pastor? Pastor. And I oblige and I explain what these things are and how delicious they are. And then I start laughing. Not at them, of course, but at this, what's happening? And I look at them and I'm like, and they're asking me, like, why are you laughing? And I'm like, well, I'm really flexing that Mexican muscle right now. And the reason why I emphasize can is because growing up, that wasn't emphasized. Instead, born to parents that got out of the ghettos of LA and moved to the suburbs, I was more of a Mexicant to the students that surrounded me in my school. They'd make fun of me for not speaking Spanish and all sorts of other things. So that's where some of those cracks in my kaleidoscope come from. But lucky for me, as an adult, now I can look back on that and I can buy self-help books and go to therapy and buy a DNA test to start to figure this out. But truth be told, I'm not just figuring this out for me. I'm figuring this out because one day my husband and I hope to have a kid. And if you don't know this, my husband is white. And one day we will have a beautiful mixed race child. And I don't want that child to grow up thinking that their kaleidoscope is damaged. And when I think about my kid, eventually, I think about when that kid goes to school, what are they going to be doing there that's going to help them build this beautiful picture of who they are, this beautiful identity? Because I didn't get a lot of opportunities to do that when I was in school. So today, we're going to explore 3 stories that are going to show us 3 ways to make sure all of our students not only have beautiful kaleidoscopes, but are proud to share them with the world.
Oh my god. It gives me goosebumps. I mean, I feel like that's weird telling, like I'm getting goosebumps from myself, but, and I also feel like that might come off as like super, like, oh, she's so impressed with herself. No, but like, dang. Also, shout out to Mainrad, the photographer and the videographer at OVA. Like, dang, dude, that was amazing. Wow. Wow. I hadn't watched it, and I looked over my notes that I had used to write that a lot as I've been writing the rest of that, and to hear it back again, it's super invigorating. It's like, yes, like, finish it. Like, you have to live up to who you were in that moment on that day. Like, you can't let that person down. And I'm sure, like, the women out there, and even probably the men too, everybody can probably relate to this next statement. But when you watch yourself and you look at yourself on camera, you're usually like, oh my gosh, what was wrong with my hair? What was wrong with my teeth? Oh my gosh. But as I'm watching it and listening back to it, I wasn't distracted by superficial things like my clothes or any of that. I was listening to myself, and maybe that's just because it's me thinking about the keynote, but that, it makes me happy that the reacting part of this video, like the reacting as I watch, was not very dramatic. There's no like, oh gosh. Admittedly, there was one part where I felt like I didn't enunciate the word kaleidoscope enough, but I mean, if that's the critique I walk away from this with, that's a good thing, because that's not horrible. That can very easily be fixed. I'm super excited. I'm really, really excited. And I have to say, since the last time I posted a video about the keynote, I have made some progress. And I definitely think it still flows with the spirit of what I just watched and flows with the idea. And I've come up with what's called signposts. And the signposts are kind of like the things you walk away with. It's like, in my intro, I talk about we're going to explore stories of identity to help us find ways to help our students feel proud of theirs and feel good sharing theirs with the world. So my signposts are going to be like point A, point B, point C. And I'm really excited about the way I'm naming those points, and I think it's going to come across really well. Fingers crossed. And I'm excited about the stories that I'm going to be using for it. I have a really, I'm hoping, like, I was talking with a friend recently, and he was telling me this stuff about what's going on in his school, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Yes. Like, that, what he was telling me, goes in line with this keynote and this message so much. So I'm hoping that before the big keynote, I'll actually get to dive a little bit deeper into that story. And I don't want to give away too much because, you know, gotta leave something up to the imagination, right? But yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm so glad I've watched this. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. I still have to finish it. I still have to refine it. I still need to put the slides together so it's not just me standing in front of a blank projector. But this is good. This is really good, and I'm so glad that I got a chance to watch this again, and I hope that you were entertained, and I hope you enjoyed this. And remember, you can still sign up to come see the keynote September 23rd at the EdTech Team High Desert Summit. It's going to be an amazing 2 days of learning. I'm so excited for all of the keynotes, especially mine. But yeah, thank you so much for continuing to join me on this journey, and we'll see you next time.